They didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
That's the type of run that Jonathan Taylor gives you so often, and you just can't take it for granted. He finds a way to get those extra yards. The third running back taken in the 2020 draft, but he had the best numbers by far of any of them. 1,169 yards, third most in the NFL, and by the last quarter of the season, he ranked among the best runners in the league.
Javon Kinlaw, the big D tackle there to bring him down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Wentz going to give this to Taylor. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Lance, a handoff here to Mostert. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Second and 9. A handoff running left is Mostert. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. You're not ready. You're not ready.
Now a play fake. Lance. He'll buy some time right. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield.
And the 49ers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
We're scoreless after one. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
First and goal from just inside the 5. Mostert.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Raheem Mostert.
His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are on the board first here tonight.
Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play. Just didn't have any points. So now, it's game on.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some...
He's got a man, complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
They'll run on first down. It's Hines. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
To throw is Wentz. He's got Jack Doyle. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
Wentz to Doyle there. First down, Colts.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Taylor will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And they take the lead here at 7-6.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
2nd and 4.
In your face. 58 Mike, 58 Mike. Check pass, check back. He's crossing. He's checking clear.
Here's a handoff to Mostert running left.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
58 Mike. You don't want that, baby. You don't want that.
The Lance going to throw. That'll be caught. It's Steven Sims. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
To throw, it's Lance. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 47.
2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
On 1st down, Hines. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second down, it's Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead is up to 8.
14, 49ers 6.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
They'll get this into the hands of Mostert.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
Now they're setting up a screen here on the left side. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Here's Lance.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Throwing now is Wentz. To the goal line,
but it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Again, it's Wentz. Catch made here by Campbell. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Blankenship's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando, standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And here's Rodgers to return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about
accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category. That deserves a couple exclamation points.
And they've had little to no success stopping him on the ground all game long because that's his 3rd touchdown of the game, and by far the best touchdown of the bunch. They came into this game knowing that they needed to rely on him, and the defense knew they needed to slow him down. Yet he's delivered in a big way, and he's been sensational.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and the lead is up to 18 now.
49ers 6. Rodrigo Blankenship has kicked off for Indianapolis.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Watch twist. Watch twist.
And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Just like that. Just like that.
Working from the gun, Lance.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
And here's Rodgers on the return.
It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike.
Now Wentz. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 22.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hines, and they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd down now, it's Taylor. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
116 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Into the red zone, Wentz. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7th. Now a handoff. Taylor with it.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
They'll look to run with Taylor.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Well, if this defense has any hopes of getting back into this game, they've got to start right here and keep these guys out of the end zone. That's a good step one on that play.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal.
54, come on. Down in man inside, down in man. 54.
On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot.
And he takes it in for a Colts score.
There you go. There you go.
Jonathan Taylor. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Colts add on to their lead. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive...
Oh, wide open, complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Play action. Now it's Lance. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Give the sack to Kemoko Turay. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense?
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19.
Here you go, tight left, tight left. Easy, 4 now, easy. 58's the money. 58's the money. I got it.
Another try after the first down sack. Lance. He'll let this go for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit him over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Here's Lance to throw it. And that is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
And they'll go for it. Lance.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2nd down, another run with Taylor.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. The Colts on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5.
A give for Taylor running right side.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
141 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
On 1st down, Hines. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They're running it. 57's Mike. Mike 57. I got you. I got you, son. I got you, son. 57. Mike 57. Defense wins championships, baby.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch.
Well, for Trey Lance, not only was he the youngest quarterback in the 2021 draft class, but many say he had the strongest arm, too, and he showed it off here.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they had this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it, and boy, did they pick the right opportunity, unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. 2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2nd and 10. Now a give to Taylor. And this is going to be a Colts 1st down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Hey, what's up? Check right 54.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hines, and he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing is Wentz. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And look at this. It's a fake. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Well, sometimes the fake punts work out. They're fun, and you're so smart for doing it. And sometimes, Charles, what happens is an epic fail, and what we just saw was an epic fail.
And you're right about that, because the key here is the element of surprise. You have to catch a defense completely unaware that this might happen, this might occur. Unfortunately, somehow they tipped it off, or they were just well coached and on their toes.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
Check curls, check curls, check curls. 58, boys, 58, 58.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.